So it turns out some of you guys really like it when I talk about Death Note, and some of you have even requested that I do more Death Note related content. That's cool with me. I love Death Note. I've loved Death Note for a long time, and I love talking about Death Note. So shit, yeah, I'll do more Death Note content if you guys want to watch it. And the first thing I want to do as far as like doing like more Death Note content, something that I've been wanting to talk about for quite a while and just never had like a reason to until I guess now, is the Death Note prequel novel. Death Note, Another Note, the Los Angeles BB murder cases. For those of you that have no clue what the fuck this is, it is a novel, not a manga. Just, it's all words, baby. And it was written, I don't remember if it was written right after the manga was completed or if it was written while the manga was still in production. But, for the record, this was not written by the original series writer Tsugumi Ohba. She had nothing to do with the writing of this book. It was written by Nisio Oisin, the man behind the Monogatari series. If you know the Monogatari series, then you know that there is a good pedigree behind this book. In fact, this book was my introduction to this man's work, and it was a pretty damn good introduction because this is a pretty damn good story. For those of you who are really familiar with Death Note and the phrase BB murder cases sounds familiar, that would be because it was referenced in the original manga and of course in the anime as well. For those who remember the character Naomi Misora, the fiance of Ray Penbar, the FBI agent that Light killed, she references having worked with L before in Los Angeles during the BB serial murder cases. And this novel goes over that storyline. It actually gets to show you, or I not show you because it's all in text, but it gets to tell you the story of what happened in that event. Being, you know, mostly focused on Naomi Misora, she definitely takes center stage here a lot more than, say, L does. L directly interacts with her via monitor with, you know, like the letter L on it, like he has a habit of doing, but in her very first, like, crime scene investigation, at least one of the really early ones, she bumps into a really odd guy who's kind of lanky and pale with scruffy hair and sunken eyes that are darkened, named Ryuzaki. You can probably guess where they're going with that one. So she meets Ryuzaki, and then her and Ryuzaki work together along with L via the monitor to try and solve this murder case, trying to figure out where, like, you know, who is, like who's the culprit, or specifically, like how to find the culprit, because I believe they already know who the culprit is. The culprit is BB, which is where the series gets its name from, or the murder case gets its name from. Now, BB stands for a really stupid name. In fact, all of the names in this book are fucking retarded. Well, all the names of unique characters, specifically the murderer himself and all of his victims, have really stupid fucking names. BB stands for Beyond Birthday. One of the murder victims is Quarter Queen, and then all the other characters have equally stupid names who I can't fucking remember because none of them stick with me as well as fucking Quarter Queen, but trust me, they're all equally dumb as shit, and they are really distracting when reading this book. And because these are the names of the killer, and the names of the victims, and the names of the victims are relevant to the story, it actually ties into the clues that the killer is leaving. These names end up coming up a shit ton. And every time it comes up, it's just as equally distracting as it was before. Eventually, I got used to it. Like, I just had to deal with the fact that, yeah, no, this is the dumbass names that are in this book. Obviously, like, you know, L, Ryuzaki, Naomi Misora, like, you know, those are pre-established characters, so they have their normal names, but then all these other characters have these goofy, dumb shit fucking names in this book. The only one of these names that's, like, probably the least egregious is Beyond Birthday, because he comes from Whammy House, as in the institution that L came from, and Nier and Mello came from. So him having some weird-ass bullshit name, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, he's some sort of crazy prodigy too, with a weird-ass name. In fact, he was L's main rival, and then L was chosen to be L, and BB's whole thing is that he wants to create a case that even L can't solve. So L is on the hunt for Beyond Birthday, trying to solve this case. And like I said, once you get past the dumb shit names, this is a really engaging story that's really worthy of the name Death Note. There is no Death Note involved in this, obviously. Because this is, though there are Shinigami eyes. Beyond Birthday is said to have been born with Shinigami eyes. You can see the lifespans of people. So, and see people's names. That actually ties into the narrative as well and is relevant. So, yeah. I don't want to get too much into the specifics of this book. Like I said, it is a really good book. It's a really good read if you're a fan of Death Note. I consider this one of those, yeah, no, totally go read this book. It's pretty fucking awesome. Like, I'm not going to give away any spoilers. I will say, though, that, like, don't expect this to ever get, like, an anime adaptation. This is a story that really only works in literature form. If there were visuals involved, it would cause a lot of spoilers for the viewer, so you would never be able to tell this story with visuals. That's one of the big things here. And it actually leads to a really cool plot twist in the finale. Like I said, so this is like I said, this is literally a story that can only work in a non-visual medium. So yeah, if you're a fan of Death Note, if you've ever been wondering, like, what was the BB serial murder cases that L, fucking worked out with Naomi Misora, if you found Naomi to be an engaging character and you would like to see more of her, and if you just want more L, because you're going to get plenty more L in this as well, definitely check this out. It's a fantastic read for Death Note fans. I highly recommend it. The names are going to be dumb as shit. They're never going to stop being dumb as shit. But once you can get over that little fucking hurdle, or massive hurdle, depending on how much it annoys you, you're going to find one kick-ass story. So yeah, Death Note, another note, Los Angeles BB murder cases. God, what a long fucking name that is. Great shit. Highly recommend it. Check it out.